Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's Star Report. I'm Jason. We're here at New Dimensions Crystals and Reiki in downtown Brenham, Texas. Today is February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Hope you're having a great one. I didn't prepare anything metaphysical for St. Valentine. Oh, well, let's get into the Star Report. We start with the sun as usual, and the sun has been a little bit active over the past couple of days, but it looks like it's hitting a quiet period for the next couple of days. So you should have a nice, calm, sunny week. Uh, just the things that have been happening over the past couple of days. There's been some minor CMEs. Those are the coronal mass ejections. That's when something flies out of the sun, usually from a sunspot. Um, Having a solar flare. And that CME sends plasma towards Earth. The past couple of ones, I think there's been about 3 or 4 over the last couple of days. They've been minor, they've been glancing blows, so you might not have even noticed. They didn't cause any severe or even very noticeable geomagnetic storms, things that happen up in the upper atmosphere that sometimes you might see. Um, let's see. Yeah, so the Earth facing risk is low for the week so far. There is a big sunspot group turning Earth facing. Should be here in the next couple of days facing. It may or may not be eruptive. There's nothing really erupting from it yet off the sides that we've seen. So no big problem there. When we have sort of that uptick in energy, that's usually a good thing when it's not huge storms. So it shouldn't have been triggering. Oh, it might have. Any kind of mental disorders or any kind of erratic cardiac issues. But with it being sort of minor but continuous, it sort of has got you feeling energetic. Remember, when the sun's not doing anything, we start to feel a little bit low. There is no coronal hole activity. So usually when the coronal holes happen, just a reminder, you sort of feel a little bit of pressure, a little bit sluggish, or like you're moving through a little bit thicker atmosphere. But that's fine. Um, yeah, I think that's everything that's happening with the sun. The sun's doing well by you, so you should give thanks to that and have a happy Valentine's Day with that energy. Moving right into today's energy, you might be feeling a little bit of push. Mercury is interacting with Chiron in what they call sextile, which is, that sounds funny for Valentine's Day, but it just really means that the planets are within 60 degrees of each other. Um, but really, what that's going to do is help you express yourself and get down, express yourself in such a manner where you will receive your deepest desires, right? So if it's a great energy, actually, yeah, I did a lot of stuff for February 14th, Valentine's Day. There you go. It's going to help you really express what you want deep down, right? So this is not necessarily poo-pooing on somebody's gesture that is not understanding of your deepest self and soul, but this is really being able to express yourself, who you are and what you want and where you're moving towards, right? Mercury is about communication. Chiron is about the deep, dark, secret, hidden places of yourself. And so um, one of the things that this is gonna sort of do, or one of the things that you can pick up from this, if you are not using this in a relationship sort of sense, is you should use this in a self relationship. That you should uh, take this time where Mercury is interacting with Chiron to create a pathway or create a habit of trusting your intuition. That this is a time when that deep dark understanding of self sort of is at the forefront, and so just sort of use that um to judge, right? And act on that, right? If your intuition is saying don't do that, but there's nothing logical, quote unquote, that is telling you that there's something wrong, trust the intuition over the logic, especially during this sort of energy flow. And that's going to be your Valentine's Day. Whew, I feel like I'm out of breath after talking about Valentine's Day. Leads us into Thursday, tomorrow, the 15th. Pluto and Mars are interacting. And the energy of Pluto and Mars is really going to be about this energy, especially if you have a bad February 14th, or you're particularly morose. Is that a word? If you're sad about not having the February 14th of your dreams, one of the things that the energy of Pluto and Mars is really about self-healing. Uh, but not necessarily in an emotional sense like that. It's really about self-healing of physical form, right? So the energy of Thursday is such that your physical form uh, is self-healing, where uh, I guess disorder and pain are lessened, so that you might even feel with this burst of energy, especially from the Mars part, that your fatigue level is going down, right? So a lot of people, I would say the majority of people that sort of come in the shop, even if they're having uh, good spirits or good luck or good progress, are feeling fatigued, like that it's a lot of effort, or that they're always in this sense of being worked out, and so they're tired. This energy of tomorrow, Thursday the 15th, is really that all of a sudden you have this drive, this energy, this desire to actually move forward, where it's not hindered by a physical limitation, right? So if you wake up and you have aches and pains, and maybe they're lessened, or you have some kind of inner drive like, oh, I've got these aches and pains, but rather than let them be a hindrance, they're just a noticed thing, and you keep going with that effort, that would be much welcomed. I can't wait till tomorrow when I feel so energized. That leads us into Friday. Friday is the 16th. We'll be halfway to the full moon, which is just sort of a demarcation that we're getting brighter. There's more light coming on things. The moon is obviously divine feminine energy, right? So it creates capacity. So we're expanding in capacity as we move towards the full moon. And then Venus is moving into Aquarius on Friday. And so that's really going to be the energy of re-engaging relationships, right? Not necessarily like finding somebody that you're not currently in relationship, but sort of a rededication to current relationships. And then this is definitely a rededication if you've been doubting yourself. This is a going in and out and blurry. What? A rededication to yourself. There I am. And uh love of self, right? That you're a divine eternal soul worthy of love and affection, and you're never going to die, and you can sort of rededicate yourself to that despite or in spite of external circumstances, right? It's that you are worth the effort, and even if the effort in your eyes hasn't paying off, that the cosmos is definitely saying that you should keep working, and you are on your way. Leading us into Saturday the 17th. um da, 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 da. Saturday the 17th, we're really moving into. I took abbreviated notes. I'm like, I usually have a sentence to say to you, but now I just got like bullet points. Um, Saturday the 17th, Venus and Pluto are sort of interacting with their energy. And so it's really a time on Saturday to, if you haven't already, establish higher goals, right? So this is that farther, deeper self that you sort of can understand, or this is to confirm what are your higher goals. Is it to make more money? Is it to have more free time? Is it to change careers? Is it to become more metaphysical? Is it to add a practice of spirituality? This is really just, what are you establishing as regular habits, or what are you confirming as regular habits that are effective in working towards your higher goals of that financial freedom, of that deeper love, of that more free time? So Saturday should be spent doing that. If you have a leisure activity that you're doing, maybe that's one of the things, and you just sort of like lean into it, like, yeah, I really like this habit of blah 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 on Saturday. Keep doing that. That's the energy of Saturday this week. Sunday, you're really gonna, if you're around people on Sunday. Some people don't go see anybody on Sundays. Sunday the 18th is really people will, or uh, people could, don't necessarily will. People could start to comment and notice these changes that you're doing, right? Whether that's your general affect, whether that's your diet's working, whether that's your wardrobe change, whether that's your posture, right? How are you standing? And also your metaphysical posture. Shout out James True. Um, Are you standing higher? Are you believing more in yourself, right? People are going to notice the shifts that you've been working on. And that's, could be good or bad, right? Usually, how this energy is looking like it's going to appear is going to be a positive affirmation, like, oh, you've been blah, blah, blah. I've noticed, right? That noticing also could be like, oh, look at you doing great. My life isn't going great because I'm not working on myself. I really wish you would not work on yourself and we could be generally miserable together. That could be the notice, but I'm going more towards the positive energy that should be on Sunday. Monday the 19th, we have a sign shift in our sun. We should be moving into Pisces. 19th, 20th, everything, is always about 48, 72 hours. Planets don't stop on a dime, and line of sight kind of stuff as to movement into signs, all kinds of stuff. But definitely we're entering into Pisces um, sometime around Monday. And the Pisces energy, really, like we explained, alchemically, that's going to relate to the feet, right? So if you have some foot pain or some foot fatigue or a general buzzing, like you're grounding, but you're not grounding, right? That general buzzing in the feet is really associated with Pisces. And that's really because that's the edge of the bottom, or that's the boundary of the physical body. And so the energy of Pisces is really about boundaries and outer boundaries, right? And sort of we are at the edges of ourself, right? So this could be the edge of our expanse, right? We've grown to our edges. Now we reconstitute that and make that grow stronger or firmer or more pronounced. Or that's where we're to the edges and we're exiting our old self into our new self. But it's really, when we're thinking alchemically, right? We start at the top of the head and we go to the bottom of the body, right? So we've moved through all the organs and the bones and the stuff and the things. uh we were in the ankles, now we're in the feet, right? So this is really about that springboard, about how do you push that energy back up, right? The energy is really just an up and down exchange between the crown and the base of the spine, or the top of the head and the bottom of the feet. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Yeah, and I think that's happening Monday-ish, and Monday the 19th, going into Pisces. Tuesday the 20th, the combined energy of the Dragon New Year that we had this last week, and the Dragon New Year in Pisces is really the energy of what are you dedicated to giving back to your higher self, right? So giving back is like if you have a mentor and they taught you a whole bunch of things, and then you're sort of living your life according to those things. What are the examples that you're setting or doing for yourself that your higher self will be appreciative, right? So this would be not necessarily a parent figure, but when you have a mentor that you respect and you love, uh, this is the kind of honoring. What are you going to do to honor the gifts that your higher self, that your spirit, that your soul has sort of bestowed on you or awakened in you this year through the cosmic movement, through your dedication, through your practice, and all that fun stuff? And that's really the energy of what's going on Tuesday. What offerings or actions will you be doing, or will you be performing, or will you be highlighting as honoring your highest good, your highest self, your divine path, all that kind of stuff? So that's a great Tuesday. And that's, of course, the end of our week. Of course, if you want to come see me here at the shop, newdimensionscrystals.com, book a session. If it says it is open, more than likely it is. If it says it is closed, more than likely it is either booked up already, or I will be other places than the shop to do sessions. Of course, breath work, one-on-one. You can bring a friend still if you see that on the website. And I think that is everything for this week. I really enjoy y'all showing up. I said y'all because I'm from Texas. I really enjoy y'all showing up and watching this. So if you could like and subscribe, that would be great. Share it with your friends. Like, subscribe, and share. That helps out with the visibility of the show, and more people can get help with the energetic feel of how the stars are going to be sort of shaping up and what you should expect in a 3D reality for these cosmic things that are happening. I guess that's everything. Until next time, everybody, many blessings.